Today we have The Twilight of the Gods.
And we cover companies getting a head start on the fall season.
Hi, I'm Gerry Kowarsky.
And I'm Mark Bretz, sitting in for Bob Wilcox.
Come with us to the theater and we'll tell you what we've seen from our 2 seats on the aisle. I tend to avoid reading program notes before seeing a play I'm not familiar with, so my initial impression was without preconceptions. I suspect I would have been better off, however, if I had read the program note by playwright Jessica Dickey before seeing The Amish Project, which is opening this season at Mustard Seed Theater. The play is based on an appalling event that took place in the Old Order Amish community of Nickel Mines in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania on October 2, 2006. A gunman invaded a one-room Amish schoolhouse and shot 10 young girls, killing 5 before committing suicide. The incident received national news coverage and made a lasting impression, not only because the crime was so shocking, but because the Amish community was so ready to extend forgiveness to the shooter and his family. The original version of The Amish Project premiered at the New York International Fringe Festival in August 2008. Dickey herself played all the characters in a script that explores the horror of evil and the wonder of reconciliation, but not the details of the actual event. In the note reproduced in the program, Dickey explains that she purposely did not do any research on the gunman or his widow and did not conduct any interviews in an effort to be sensitive to the real people who were affected by the shooting while retaining her creative license. The characters in The Amish Project are fictional, Dickey writes, and should not be misconstrued as the real people. This information about the play is the opposite of a spoiler. Understanding Dickey's procedure in advance would have made me less concerned about getting the facts straight as I was watching, which was difficult because the plot is not linear. Dickey breaks the story up into monologues that are not spoken in sequence by the 7 primary characters. The purpose of some scenes may not be clear at first, but the juxtapositions of the non-consecutive storytelling eventually have a cumulative effect. And actor Amy Louie and director Deanna Gent, Mustard Seed has a team capable of making each character instantly identifiable while conveying every emotion represented in the script, from the most ordinary to the most extreme. Louie is remarkably childlike as 6-year-old Velda and recognizably more mature as her 14-year-old sister Anna. Louie's performance achieves the gravity required for Bill North, a non-Amish scholar on Amish culture and the spokesman for several families affected by the shooting. Bill's story of how his friendship with the Amish began is especially moving. The opposite of gravity is needed for Sherry, a non-Amish resident of the community who relates her response to the news of the shooting. Louie's handling of the tone is masterly for both Sherry and America, a 16-year-old Hispanic girl who works in the local grocery store. Her role is much more significant than it seems at first. Louie has a disturbing affect as Eddie Stuckey, the gunman. Zoe Sullivan's sound design adds to the uneasiness Eddie provokes by accompanying his appearances with a barely perceptible sound that is as difficult to pin down as Eddie's motives. Louie leaves no doubt about how devastated Eddie's wife Carol is after the shooting and how difficult it is for her to accept the kindness of the Amish. The essential message of the play can be found in Carol's journey, which Louie portrays with great sensitivity. The production is enhanced by Kira Bishop's set, Meg Brickley's prompts, Jane Sullivan's costumes, Michael Sullivan's lighting, and Richard Lewis's vocal coaching. The Amish Project is a strong opening for the Mustard Seed season.
Gerry, I thought it was a stunning production, and Amy Louie's performance is luminous. It's just absolutely excellent.
It really was a great achievement for her.